4-1 win. He then lost 5-1 against Zidane. He then beat Abeldos 4-2 before losing to Skifter. On the other side of it, HexonGodMode lost his first two. He then won the penalty shootout against Tundra Klenov and then beat J Sharp 7-3. Would you rather be an up and down player like Tekkz has been today on sort of the roller coaster, or on that upwards trajectory which HexonGodMode is on and he's hoping to peak with a win against Tekkz?
Weirdly enough, I would actually say Hexon, just because, again, he was 0-2. So he's pulled it back. He's now 2-2. He's on that momentum. He's on that upward spiral. However, for Tekkz, it's one, as you say, he's just lost his recent game against Skifter, albeit a really tight affair. But I'm sure Richie said earlier you were expecting Tekkz to go unbeaten, weren't you? Or was that... But that might have been me, actually.
I think that might have been you, Ryan.
Yeah.
I actually, before the broadcast started, we were talking sort of off air, sharing a few thoughts, and we both think he's going to do well. But I said I've watched quite a bit of Tekkz, and it's been in the final third, in those areas where he has struggled to sort of, in previous years where he beat people 6-7 goals, and defensively, I don't think there's been any change there, but it's in the offensive third, FIFA 21, there's just not been a click. There's not been the spark there in a few of his matches that we've seen this season.
Yeah, and I said you know more than me. You've had a lot more experience this year, being able to view his games as we see potentially a chance with Cristiano.
Oh, pen.
Oh, corner. Okay,
oh.
I've seen those given. I'll be honest. Like I almost certainly thought that was going to be a penalty. Wow. Okay.
Fumbled it in the box as well.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see another early start, an early goal for Tekkz there, but I don't have a lot of experience with HexonGodMode, in all fairness. Of course, I know one of his teammates as well. They were in our Club World Cup group, and they were havoc. They were genuinely, it was Angry Mitch, and I forgot his teammate on PlayStation, but they were so good. So, of course, they've been practicing together. It's going to be tough. This game is a nervy one, but again, for HexonGodMode, I honestly think he is in a slightly better position mentally. But again, Tekkz just has that experience of being able to perform when backs against the wall, having a lot of pressure on him anyway. So perhaps that will be able to go into his own and just perform how he always used to.
Well, it's also, we've got to talk about the two different types of pressure right now. HexonGodMode is 0-2, now 2-2, floats it into the back post. Courtois as well to punch it away. The ball's going to fall to the red shirt of Tekkz. HexonGodMode, he's playing for himself right now. He's playing for his team as well. He's just expressing himself. He's the underdog in this game. Everybody, seemingly what we've talked so far, the pundits, Mike and Jimmy, a lot of people at home will think that this is Tekksz's game to win. So he is the underdog. He's really everything to gain, nothing to lose in some fact. Whereas Tekkz, he's gave it the big one. In all the interviews, in all the promos, I'm going to qualify. I am the best player. If he doesn't do it right now, and if he doesn't perform, questions will be asked. Chance here for that man we are talking about, Tekkz. Couple of touches inside the box, lays it back to Pele, heel to heel, Vieira in the way. Mbappe picks it up at the back post, driving into the box. And he's gave a penalty this time around. It's harsh. It's very harsh, Ryan.
And a yellow? A yellow as well? That is...
Stepping up from the spot, 12 yards out, he slots it in. Ryan, it was a harsh call, but Tekkz slotted it in from the spot.
Yeah, you've got to take your luck as it comes, but if I'm Godmode there, I'm feeling hard done by, I'll be honest. I thought the earlier one was way more of a penalty than that one. That one is, that's really harsh, I'll be honest. And those are the ones when it's in such an important game. This is the game, 2-2. If you lose, you're out. To go down by 1 in the first leg on the 20th minute or so, 25th minute, it's rough to consider penalty. That's soft. I don't know. I was almost about to say, what a tackle. I believe it was Varane, but yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I thought he got his foot around him and won the ball back. Up the other end, though, HexonGodMode. Splitting Tekkz open like a can of beans. Ronaldo slots it in. And we're back level pegging.
All right, that's something you never see from Tekkz. I'm going to be honest. That is the first time. Well, obviously, we only saw the first game. I'm not sure how his other games went on throughout the day, but you would never see that space. There is no way Tekkz would allow you to have that much space. He sort of rushed the defender out. In fairness, Godmode done really, really well there. He was waiting on the ball, and I always say when your opponent is at a standstill, especially, I know that isn't the edge of the box, but they're the most scary moments to defend, and he waited for the player to make the right run, and he chose the right pass as well. So he's right back into this game.
I think this could be a lot closer than everybody else seems to have made out. I think maybe not giving HexonGodMode the recognition he deserves. When you look at his 2 losses, who they were against as well, Dennis and Diogo, 2 top players he's matched in the first 2 games. It's one of the harder draws that he's gone through. If he was to qualify, his 5 games would have been Dennis, Diogo, Klenov, J Sharp, and then Tekkz. That is a murderer's row of a Swiss, in all honesty. And really, for him to get out of that alive, you've got to hold your hands up and say fair play. 1-1 here. 10 minutes left to go before half-time. I can see Ryan, he's watching this game very intently. I think you're watching more Tekkz defensively, because it was an unusual goal to concede for Tekkz. Typically, he doesn't concede goals like that, where there's so much space. Ronaldo finesses it in. HexonGodMode 2-1 up.
Yeah, oh my God. I'm a bit, as you say it, I'm just sort of watching the way Tekkz is defending. I don't know what's going on. It's really hard because, as I say, this is the first day I've been able to watch Tekkz properly this year. And I'm trying my best to not compare it to previous iterations of FIFA where he's defended, because it's a different game. It's different. And it just seems like he can be got at. I don't know. Yeah,
we saw him, what, 4 hours ago against Levy? What's
different
changed?
Player, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It looks like it looks defensively, at least. He wasn't even conceding chances, let alone goals against Levy.
I really want to see the highlight of that first goal again. It was so wide open. I don't understand where that space managed to come from. But again, you have to pay homage to HexonGodMode. He's done well there. He's creating chances. He's played well. Again, look at him just standing on the ball, and he's just waiting for the players to open up, waiting for Tekkz to make the mistake. Exactly, he's waiting for Tekkz to make his decision for him. He doesn't have to do anything. He's in the ascendancy.
He is in pole position right now. He is calm. He doesn't need to score again. He's 2-1 up. You saw after each goal just taking a little sip of what all I can assume a hot drink, calming the nerves. he looks casual right now. This final chance is going to fall to Tekkz. Referee will play it. Varane comes across. Ronaldo does get in front of the Frenchman. Couple of ball rolls from Tekkz. Can he create something on the stroke of half-time? No, he cannot. And that will do us half-time here in leg number 1. We mentioned Levy quite a lot because he was the player that we saw Tekkz play first. Can I actually say Levy's still in the tournament. He's at a 2-2 record, and he potentially could be going through up against that match was against Keller from Denmark. So I'm sure we'll keep an eye on that and let you know for any Inter Esports fans out there. But currently in our featured match, Fnatic Tekkz trailing 1-2 against HexonGodMode from Fiorentina Esports. Fnatic against Fiorentina. Ryan Pessoa coming to you at half-time for your thoughts.
I'm honestly just a little bit shaken up there. I don't know what's gone on specifically. Like, again, it's still the first half. There's still one whole half in this game, and of course another leg to go. But I've been really impressed with the way GodMode is forcing Tekkz into mistakes. Normally it's the other way around, where Tekkz is able to pick apart his opponent. But as I said earlier, I bet my house on Tekkz making the World Cup. And yeah, luckily at this rate anyway, luckily I'd be living in your living room if I'd done that. But I don't know, man.
But still, plenty of time for all the Fnatic fans out there, for the Tekkz fans out there. There's so much time left in this matchup. 2 legs of FIFA to be played. But as of right now, need to see Tekkz certainly push HexonGodMode a little harder, because at the moment he seems to be having it all his own way, the Italian.
Yeah, he's very calm, and again, I haven't had a lot of experience being able to cast him. This is the first time he's appeared on a broadcast this year, and no better event to do so, of course, than to perform at the playoffs. And he isn't ranked high as well. He's one of the lowest ranked players in this competition, so he's doing really well. He's sort of, exactly, 53rd. He's technically playing against all odds in his performances. Again, the players you said he's beaten Jack Sharp, who's a fantastic player from the UK as well. Klenov, he's beaten some top names who are projected to go far in this tournament.
Still on. Could come again here, HexonGodMode. Incredible performance so far from him. Neymar on the edge of the box, linking up with De Jong. Now Ronaldo. Neymar again. Very calm, poised, and comfortable in this scenario. HexonGodMode. Mbappe looking to twist and turn. Hullet gets back and defends. The Italian will be thrilled with this opening hour here in leg number 1.
He's just making it uncomfortable for Tekkz. And it's like, there's little mistakes there, even when he gives the ball away. Again, it's just because that normally you're associating mistakes with any FIFA player makes a mistake, but it's just like, just because of how high of a regard we hold Tekkz and the way we saw him perform in the first game, it's just that we're not used to it. So it just comes as a bit of a shock to me. That's all. Like, it's really hard to explain. But again, exactly, yeah, he does bleed. As we say, like, there's a way now. He's been broken down.
One thing that I'm even going to remind you, Ryan, and remind everybody at home, this isn't FIFA 19 Tekkz. This is 2 years later. This is a brand new game. He was very good last year as well, but we've not seen a lot of Tekkz. He's not been making it far in those broadcasts. For whatever reason that may be, whether he's not been applying himself as much or he's just lost in the matches, which he has done. So take of that what you will, but the murmurings around the camp, the promos, the vibe that we got was he's ready for this tournament. He's wanting to go far. He is wanting to qualify for the E-World Cup. HexonGodMode is looking to rain on that parade. As he's getting his possession back up as well here. 1.62% of the ball was to Tekkz. Now we just saw 53 to 47, pretty much even in ball retention. And he's coming forward again here, Ronaldo. Ooh. Mbappe back to Ronaldo. He's in front of the goalkeeper. Courtois wins it. It's going to bounce around the box. Thibaut Courtois, the first one to react. That was a huge chance.
I was just about to say, he's basically saying, come and get the ball if you want to have any chance of going forward. As I say, he's just standing still. He's forcing Tekkz to get baited into those, well, to try and cut the passing lanes here. Can we see an attack here? One of the most poignant attacks in this half for Tekkz.
Alphonso Davies, heel to heel, into Ronaldinho now, inside the box. Vieira stands strong. Hullet picks it up. Edge of the box, Ronaldinho looking to get past Frenkie de Jong. Lacroqueta inside, heel to heel, cancels it, twisting, turning. Maybe a skill move or two too many.
Oh my gosh, it was like, it's just too many. But again, it was, well, excellently worked in the box. I feel like the defending was really, really good. Again, we've been talking about Tekkz not playing well, but we have to give credit to HexonGodMode because he's doing really, really well. He's been phenomenal defensively. And again, you have to remember the only goal he conceded was that dubious penalty that was given away in the first half to go 1-0 down. But since then, he's bounced back. He's been calm. He's been composed. Again, in his player cam, it's like he's just playing against a friend. He doesn't seem to have that much emotion when anything goes his way, whether positive or negative. And it's commendable, but there's still, as we always say, so long left to go between the both of these players. And Tekkz is actually using a 5-3-2 formation, which I know early on in the year he was using 5-2-1-2, and he's also, well, earlier we saw him go back to the 4-2-3-1. Maybe he's just feeling it out the game and it's just not been working for him, but yeah. So,
two questions for you. First one, in regards to HexonGodMode. We talked about the run that he's had. He lost his first two. He's won his last two. He won a penalty shootout. He must feel like everything is going his way right now, and doesn't matter who you put in front of him, he was going to walk through them.
I spoke about at the start of the game, the momentum he has going from 0-2 to 2-2. And then you're sort of feeling immortal, in essence. You feel like, all right, you've got those two losses out of the way. You're in your groove. You're in your stride. You're backing yourself to go the distance. Who's to stop you now? It's one game. And for Tekkz, we didn't get to see that game against Skifter. It was, I believe, 2-1. He lost 2-1. It's a close game. We don't know how that game went. Perhaps
could have been a last-minute winner. Could have been 2-0. And he scored a consolation.
Exactly. That's the thing. But again, it doesn't matter. He got the loss, and that was the first time we've seen any sort of rash play there from HexonGodMode in this second half. But yeah, the mentality for Tekkz is key. He knows he's a champion. He's done it all before. It's down to him to do it again.
Chance here for Tekkz. 5 minutes remaining here in leg number 1. Penalty shout, and he gave it. The referees gave it. Second penalty of the game. It's going to fall to Fnatic Tekkz. Looked a dubious one. R9 steps up. to level the game. Goes down the middle and it's saved.
I had to wait there when they done a close-up to the ref. I thought it could have been Kojo. I think the ref's been giving away too many penalties in this game because I feel like that's soft. That is so soft, Richard, I'll be honest.
Oh, that tickled me. 3 minutes remaining here. Tekkz finds himself 2-1 down. 1 penalty scored, 1 penalty missed. It's been a game of intricate, minute details, small margins. And it looks like HexonGodMode will be coming out with a lead. The question is it 1 goals or will it be a 2-goal lead? Ronaldo slid in. Courtois does well off his line. He's bundling around the box. Mbappe.
Oh my God.
Somehow Tekkz clears his lines and survives a late scare. Tekkz 1, HexonGodMode 2, going into leg number 2, Ryan Pessoa.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I thought for them, well, that chance there, I thought there was going to be some fortune for Hexon in a game where I feel like he has been slightly unlucky, I'll be honest. But yeah, the game ends 2-1. Oh my God.
What a game.
Yeah, what a game. You said the words.
It's one of those matches where it really is right now on the edge of a knife. It's an unbelievable game. It's going to be the small, minute details. It's going to be the small margins that separate going into tomorrow and fighting for a FIFA E World Cup spot or crashing out and your FIFA 21 season being over. There's plenty of other 2-2 matches across the Swiss board right now. And our sideline reporter Brandon Smith has been watching a classic between Gorilla and KKRA.
I have indeed, Richard, and it's another game which is an elimination game. Loser is out the tournament. Winner continues their run into day 2 of the playoffs. And Gorilla must be thinking, how many German players have I got to play? This is the 3rd German player he's matched. He went 1-0 down within the first half, and then the goals kept on flying in from the German KKRA. Obviously, the player that we've seen before in qualifying number 1 have a brilliant run there. That was 2 goals now after 52 minutes. Gorilla did get a goal back, though, on the 65th minute. Cristiano Ronaldo finding the right bounce. They composed. Really well done from Gorilla there. But there was more late drama. It came in the 90th minute. And it was KKRA that found the goal into R9. Elastico reversed. Elastico cuts it back inside. It's all to play for in leg 2 here.
Incredible game between KKRA and Gorilla. It seems like all these matches are going to be decided in the second leg. I cannot wait to see the conclusion. Keep with us here to see, will Tekkz be going into day 2 and potentially fighting for a FIFA E World Cup spot, or will his FIFA season be coming to a close? Will be coming up in a couple of minutes' time.
Can Olilito do it? He wins it! So good, it's just so good from Olilito.
And it will be back-to-back victories for the Swede.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Olle Arbin, more known as Olilito. I'm representing Ninjas in Pyjamas in the EU region, and welcome to my masterclass. Today I'm going to show you how to play the 4-2-2 formation like a pro player, and I'm also going to provide you with one of my favorite skill moves combinations on the game, the ball roll into scoop turn. So my tactics in the 4-2-2 formation, especially in defense, is kind of balanced. I'm using a balanced defensive style, and that's because I don't want to get countered very easily or play with a pretty low depth, because I like pressing myself. And you can see that throughout my width and depth as well. I'm using 4 on both of them, which is very balanced. I don't really like to pressure very, very high up. I still like to press manually, but I don't like my players to be out of positioning a lot. So that's why I'm playing 4 depth, and width is basically the same here. And when I'm moving into the offensive style, it's kind of the similar approach here. I'm playing very, very balanced in offensive, and that's because I want to change it up for the most attacks. Sometimes I want to go quickly, sometimes I want to keep a bit more type of possession. So there are a lot of players that just like to play possession. The most important instructions in the 4-2-2 formation is to have your both strikers on getting behind. They are making great runs, and especially in the 4-2-2 formation, your cams are a bit more into the pitch than if you're playing a 4-4-2 formation with wingers. In this clip, Neymar is much more closer to CR7, and he creates a very, very good run with the getting behind instruction, and he scores. So I'm going to show you the most important skill move combination in the game, and that's going to be the ball roll into scoop turn combination. In this clip, you will see me play Dylan Mike, who is the best Xbox player in the world. And in this clip, I'm doing it inside the box with CR7. It creates a lot of space for my Neymar, who is outside the box here. And when I'm passing this, I have two options. I can go back to CR7 again, or find R9. And in this clip, I'm passing it to R9, scores because of it. You do this skill move by pressing the right stick button on towards the left or the right, depending on which direction your player is moving. And then you do a X and A at the same time. It creates a lot of space inside the box, and it's very, very unpredictable because it goes so fast. So it's very, very hard for my opponent to read. That was all for today. Hope you learned something from this masterclass. Hope you get better by FIFA by learning these things. See you guys, stay safe, and bye-bye.
Welcome back to the European Xbox playoffs. We're rounding out day 1 here. Going to be finding out who is progressing through to day 2. That's the top 32, where we find out who claims a FIFA E World Cup spot. Day 3, well, that's Championship Sunday. Also, we're going to be playing that unbelievably nerve-wracking game where we find the 9th player to go to the FIFA E World Cup. If you liked it this weekend, well, come back next weekend. It's the PlayStation 4 European playoffs. We'll do it all over again. 3 days of action to find out who our 9 players will be going to the FIFA E World Cup. You're joined by myself, Richard Buckley, and Ryan Pessoa to take you through all these round 5 matches. Ryan, people are going to be joining us at quite a tense stage right now, because a number of these games, they're very evenly poised going into the second leg of elimination FIFA. If you were a player right now and you've got somebody stood behind you, what do you want them to be saying? Or do you want them to be saying anything at all? Just be quiet. Just let me play my FIFA. You just be quiet.
I'll be honest, I don't want anyone to say anything to me. But again, it's difficult because people beside you, they see the game at a different perspective. Albeit, of course, you're watching the same game, but they notice stuff that you might not notice in the game at the time anyway. So it's good just to get that little bit of advice. But mainly, it's just the mental aspect. Of course, the players or the coaches aren't able to offer properly intense gameplay advice. It's just mainly down to the mental side of the game.
You just saw the records there for both of these two players in the Swiss. They both played 4 matches, won 2 and lost 2 each. And I did get informed actually by Nightwatch that Skifter against Tekkz, Skifter was leading 2 goals to 0, I think. Tekkz scored late on, but just didn't have enough time to turn around the game in the end. Back into leg 2 here. HexonGodMode, the Italian, from left to right. And Fnatic Tekkz, need any more introduction? He is arguably one of the greatest players to ever grace the FIFA pitch from right to left, but he could be going out in the Swiss group stages if the Italian has anything to do with it. Kylian Mbappe inside the box. He'll be looking to start where he left off leg number 1. He was in cruise control, Ryan.
He was, and again, he had some unfortunate moments, which is weird to say. Against Tekkz, normally when you're unfortunate, you get punished each and every time. But again, he done well just to save that penalty at the end of the game. But it's down to Tekkz now to turn it around. He's been in these situations before when the pressure's high. And for HexonGodMode, it'll be really, really tough. I know that he was very calm and composed, in fairness, in the first leg. But now we'll be able to hold the pressure from Tekkz that will inevitably start to pile on.
And this is R9 for Tekkz inside the box. Couple of ball rolls. Wins himself a corner. 10 minutes gone here. Elects to play short. Pele all the way back to Vieira. He can dribble if he wants to. Zidane, he's got plenty of skills in the locker if they are required. Hullet tries a pass, but the defensive Hullet cuts it out. Tekkz picks it back up. Mbappe, a rash tackle again. Is that another penalty? It's a free kick.
Oh, wow. I thought that one was... Yeah, that's a foul. Of course, that's the other ones
absolutely.
were a bit 50-50, but that one's a foul there. That's a risky one to even try and make that slide tackle at the edge of the box there. It's very, very risky.
Vieira on this free kick. That's for Zidane to be the player getting it short. Pele into the box. Mbappe into R9 now. looking for the skill combinations. Little heel to heel, plenty of cancels coming out as well. Very sort of mechanically gifted Tekkz with the skills, with the cancels this year as well. Expect all that to be coming out and more here. Lacriqueta, were you just going to say something on the sort of tactical side of it there, Ryan?
Yeah, I feel like he did sort of work it towards Pele on the edge there. I thought he was going to play the direct pass across there, the little chip across from Vieira to Pele, who was in open space for potentially a shot at goal. But I'll be honest, I'm actually very nervous here. Like, it's tough to call because normally, even if Tekkz is down by 2 or 3, you're thinking, all right, it's still Tex's game here. He can still come back into this.
It looks, to me,
I don't know, man,
that he's gone back to a 4-2-3-1 with Zidane and Hullet as the holding. It looks as though Davies is now at left back, Mbappe over at left cam, R9 and CR7 down the middle, and Pele as a right attacking mid. So maybe back to more what he's comfortable with, the winning formula, hoping to prove pivotal here for Fnatic. Tekkz, Ruud Hullet. CR7 now. He can be a match winner. So can this man, Ronaldo Nazario. Frenkie de Jong comes across, just does enough to shuffle the ball out to Pele. Ruud Hullet with quite a poor pass, and HexonGodMode's defending very well so far.
Yeah, I'm just about to mention that. I feel like a lot of people might not notice that, but the way he was sort of pressing Tekkz in to go towards the byline there, but then was managing to switch across to Hullet to cut the lane into the striker, who was sort of open if he turned back. It's hard to explain, but the way he defended there was very, very well, in my opinion. I think he's doing well to nullify. It is risky, though. Like, I could genuinely see him giving away another penalty. I'm going to be honest. It seems as if he's nipping, he's pressing tackle in the box. Every time Tekkz has the ball in the box at R9 or CR7's feet, I'm nervous for Hexon. I feel like he's going to lunge in or make a mistimed tackle as Llorente does enough to block the pass. But it's been all Tekkz so far.
It's been very aggressive, hasn't he? Circle, even slide tackling. Like, you never, ever see slide tackles coming in. And he just absolutely flew into that challenge. Whether it was inside the box or outside the box, he did not care, HexonGodMode. If the ball goes past, the man doesn't. As Ronaldo bursts away for the Italian here. A third goal for HexonGodMode. Sets him up in a wonderful position to go through to the knockout stage of the FIFA E-World Cup. That was a close call for Tekkz defensively. Just managed to get enough bodies back. Ball over the top. Pele. Lots of green grass to run into. The Brazilian picks up the ball. Davies comes across. He's not got much support, though, has Pele. Recycles all the way out to Ruud Hullet. Mbappe. R9. Directional nutmeg in the box. We'll go out for a goal kick.
Ref didn't blow the whistle there. I'm shocked. I thought there could have been something with what we've seen so far, but Tekkz is knocking on the door. It's only a matter of time, it feels like, before he gets that clear shot at goal. I feel like HexonGodMode is doing well defensively. You have to give credit. I always say, we're speaking about Tekkz's slight faults. You have to give huge credit to HexonGodMode in the way he's trying to defend and just hold him out. He's very confident in the way he's defending, though, which is something I really, really do respect. As I say, I don't have a lot of experience with this player in terms of viewing his game or even playing against him. I never have before, but he's comfortable. Again, we spoke, even when he went 2-1 up in the first leg, he's just holding the ball, standing still. It's like he's comfortable. He backs himself to win 2-1 across both of the legs, let alone that first leg.
Frenkie de Jong into Ruud Hullet here. For HexonGodMode. Tekkz with a good interception. If he turns this over quick, he might have a chance here. Pele, is he onside? He is onside. He'll continue to come forward. Ruud Hullet now. Zidane, the unusual suspect at central midfield. Pushing it out wide to Pele. A doubles back. Lacriqueta, no cancel on this one. Pele somehow manages to wrestle the ball back, but Ruud Hullet, again, defensively strong for HexonGodMode. And as Tekkz turns around to Ozio and what looks like Kojo behind him as well. Lots of discussions, whereas HexonGodMode is in his zone right now. And I'll be honest, doesn't look like he's going to concede. As you see the stats there, that will suit HexonGodMode perfectly.
0 shots. Of course, Tekkz has had his fair share of possession. Similar pass accuracy as well. It's tough. Like, there has to be another goal, but it's just who's gonna be able to break through. It's gonna be Tekkz who's knocking at that door, or is HexonGodMode gonna be able to get an attack here? I sort of feel like next goal wins, in all honesty. Like, I feel like if Tekkz manages to score next, to be able to go into his stride and carry on pushing through to get some more or win the game. But for Hexon, I feel like if he goes 3-1 up, the way he's defending now, he seems very, very comfortable and assured. I think it... No, it's so... I don't want to say that because I can't call... Just the way these guys are playing it, it's honestly impossible to call.
No, it really is. And I mean, the opportunities just haven't been coming. They've not been there for either player. I mean, nobody's had a shot yet. So, from what we've seen so far, if HexonGodMode was to counter-attack, you see that space at the top of the pitch. He doesn't elect to play a long looping ball over the top this time. But if he was to score, does Tekkz have 2 goals in his locker? I mean, that's the question that you're asking. 0 shots registered thus far. Hullet scoops it across to R9 Ronaldo. Vieira just stepped out of the back there. And the ball spread wide here to Pele. Whipped first time into the box. Just another white shirt to usher it out to a fullback, and HexonGodMode back in possession. He gives the ball away. Mistakes will start creeping in for both players. Heel to heel away from his man. Gets away from his centre back, and a great save from Van der Sar.
Oh my God, we saw Tekkz sort of stand up there before he even took the shot. It's just, it's very fortunate again, but you have to take those. It's a tough shot to take as he tries the finesse shot from outside the box there with Zidane. Oh, you don't do that. You don't do that. Is very, very fortunate there for Hexon. I thought with Van der Sar turning that slowly. Oh my God, hold on a minute.
He's in. Ronaldo's in. Just offside. Lionel puts his flag up. Yeah, I mean, HexonGodMode's a lot calmer than we are in the commentary booth. I've got to say that. Spinning around with his goalkeeper. Ronaldo. Played into Ruud Hullet. He'll be looking for another chance just like the one he had there, Tekkz. Reverse Elastico. One-on-one situation against Varane. Can he get away from the Frenchman? Reverse Elastico. Lots of skill moves coming out. Another reverse Elastico. And another great save from Van der Sar.
Oh my God. I thought that was it. Again, he just does enough there to bundle through the defender with the reverse Elastico. But the shot just wasn't enough to... It wasn't angled perfectly. Didn't have the greatest of angles to get it past Van der Sar. But R9 gets lucky. But again, he lacks the elevation, any sort of real power behind the shot to challenge the goalkeeper, and it's an easy save at the end of it.
Shock results do happen. North America, Joxan dominated the region, not qualified for the E-World Cup Grand Finals. South America, Matthias Benano dominated the region, not qualified for the E-World Cup Grand Finals. Tekkz hasn't dominated Europe this year, but a player of his accord, his stature, you would think should be at the E-World Cup. He could be on his way out. Ronaldo can't get past Mbabu, and this game becomes very, very stretched in the final 25 minutes.
I feel sick. I don't know if I can watch this. There's like, what, 20-odd minutes left. Oh my God.
HexonGodMode. Mbappe, Pele, can he get in front of Courtois? He can't. The Belgian comes out, sweeps it up for Tekkz. And now it's going to be Kevin Mbabu to bring it forward. The defensive Mbabu steps out. Quite a risky, aggressive step out there. 20 minutes remaining. 4-4-2 second variation for Tekkz. He's making tactical changes. Does he have a goal in his locker, Ryan Pessoa?
For his sake, I hope he does. But for Hexon, he's got to start being a bit more conservative on the ball as he was in the first leg and not giving it away so needlessly in the middle of the park there. But Mbabu at left back's a bit of a strange one. I don't know, maybe that's something that he's tried and tested for it to be used against someone like Tekkz. It seems to be working so far, but just having someone with the opposite foot on or opposite preferred foot on the opposite side seems a bit odd. But again, it's been working, and I think that is, I can't really tell. I think that is Tom next to him who'll be offering.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, offering some advice and of course expertise with Ozio as well. But
he there all the time?
He just looks so. Yeah, I think so actually.
I didn't know if Tom had been called in as soon as it went to 2-2. Give Tom a quick call, get him down to the HQ.
No one better.
Well, here we
go. in the world,
Yeah.
of course. But wow, well, Hexon just I don't understand this. Like, he genuinely seems so calm. I wonder, Do you remember what FIFA it was? Maybe FIFA 18 or so, where they had the heart monitors. I would love that to be introduced again, because I would love to see what's going on.
No, I mean, it'd be incredible, wouldn't it? You've got to think. I think it was Nicholas, wasn't it? It was in like a cross-console final. His heart rate just stayed the exact same.
Yeah.
That's why he got the nickname the Iceman.
Yeah,
Chelsea,
I think if that... I'm saying, I think if that's me and I had the monitor, I'd have to call the paramedics. So I think something's wrong, but I honestly... Oh, I thought that was going to be a chance there. 15 minutes to go. Oh, the through ball was on. It's down to Tekkz now. He has to be the person to bring the game to Hexon. Hexon now, we've seen him in the first leg keep the ball. Yeah, Tekkz has to. He genuinely has to, and it's be interesting to see what happens now.
HexonGodMode, one more goal, and he seals his fate. Not only eliminating one of the favourites, but setting himself into the class of the 32 players competing tomorrow for a chance at the FIFA E World Cup. A little bit rash from Tekkz in the defensive end. Trying to play a pass that looked almost too good to be true, and in fact it was too good to be true. The ball falls back to the Italian with 8 minutes to go. Frenkie de Jong spiralling that ball forward. Ramos does well, and maybe one more attack for Tekkz. Spread down the line for Ronaldinho. He can come across, play a look into R9. Marcus Llorente does well. Hexon stands on the ball, keeps the possession around the back. And I'm not sure if he's going to get another chance here. Fnatic Tekkz, HexonGodMode. Mbappe, he comes forward, ball rolls away, ball falls back to a white shirt. Kevin Mbabu down the line, Pele to seal the game, goes to the corner flag, smart. Might not be what everybody wants to see, but you're about to eliminate one of the favourites. Huge shock incoming. Ryan Pessoa, couple of minutes left. He has to go right now, Tekkz.
I'm interested to see if that was a foul or a throw-in or something. As I say, I feel sick. I genuinely feel physically sick. But again, Hexon, he's played so well defensively. It has been incredible. He seems so calm. I don't understand what's going on here. Like, why is he so calm? I must have missed something here. Oh my God, Tekkz is gonna have to throw the kitchen sink and everything, the bathtub, the shower, everything's got to go into this last attack if he does have possession, because this would be an upset, to say it the least. It's crazy. Hexon, what was it, 53rd? Is it a corner or is that a free kick? Sorry, that's a free kick. What am I talking about? Sorry, I'm just flustered here. I'm sort of lost.
I don't know if he will get another chance. I think we might be clean sheets all round here in leg number 2, which is enough for HexonGodMode, unless Tekkz can pull a rabbit out of the hat. Ronaldinho spreads it out wide to Cristiano Ronaldo. His touch is not that good. And Babu battling away, gets down the line, cuts back. Neymar, chance.
No! You've not missed that. You've not. I just can't. I don't. No. Get me off. I'm done. Oh my God. Oh my God.
HexonGodMode erupts into dance. Fnatic Tekkz leaves the Fnatic HQ. He also leaves the European playoffs. He will not be at the FIFA E World Cup. How on earth has that just missed?
Who's missed that? Like, I need to know who's missed that. Was that
Mbappe is officially on fraud watch.